Have you ever believed that practicing Buddhism simply means chanting sutras or prostrating before a statue? Have you ever assumed that the more you decorate your altar or recite mantras, the more advanced you are in your spiritual journey? So, you're not alone. Welcome back to our channel, your spiritual companion in seeking truth, clarity, and awakening. In today's video, we will uncover a powerful misconception that many spiritual seekers fall into: the belief that Buddhism is about outer form rather than inner transformation. Let's go deeper into what true Buddhist practice really means, beyond rituals and appearances, and to the very core of awakening. Many people begin their spiritual journey with the right intention. They light incense, chant mantras, bow before the Buddha, and perform rituals with sincerity. These practices are beautiful, meaningful, and important, but they are not the destination. They are tools, vehicles designed to lead us toward a deeper realization. And without understanding their purpose, we risk mistaking the map for the territory. Real Buddhist practice doesn't start on the altar. Begins in your mind, unfolds in how you deal with your anger, your ego, your attachments, and your daily interactions with others. It's easy to chant for an hour, but can you hold your temper when someone insults you? It's easy to meditate in silence, but can you respond with patience when your plans fall apart? That's where true practice begins. That's where the Dharma becomes alive. True spiritual practice is not about showcasing your devotion. It's about facing your shadows. The Buddha didn't teach us to build beautiful temples. He taught us to dismantle the temple of illusion we've constructed around ourselves. He pointed us toward the suffering that lives within us and then gave us the tools to understand and transcend it. When we define Buddhism only as a set of rituals, we reduce it to a cultural performance. But Buddhism is a science of the mind. It's a path of psychological and spiritual awakening. Every chant, every bow, every mantra, they are invitations. They say, look within, observe, understand, transform. Imagine someone who chants daily, but still lies to others, manipulates for personal gain, and clings to jealousy. Him we say that this person is truly practicing Buddhism. On the surface, yes, but beneath the surface, the transformation hasn't begun. Because Buddhism isn't about what you do, it's about why you do it and how you do it. Let's take chanting as an example. When you chant, are you present? Were you connected to the meaning behind the words, or is it mechanical, like checking off a box on a spiritual to-do list? The difference is enormous. One leads to awakening, the other leads to spiritual stagnation. Real practice is about integrity. It's about aligning your thoughts, speech, and actions with the wisdom of the Dharma. It's about cultivating mindfulness in every moment, not just on the meditation cushion, but in traffic, in conflict, in conversation. It's about reducing the gap between your inner values and your outward behavior. The Buddhist path is ultimately about transformation, not of your wardrobe, but of your worldview, not of your altar, but of your attitude, not of your environment, but of your ego. Many spiritual seekers fall into the trap of spiritual materialism. They collect teachings, seek empowerment from every teacher, attend every retreat, yet still find themselves angry, anxious, or arrogant. Why? Because they have consumed the teachings without digesting them. Information is not transformation. Real practice is about embodiment. The great masters throughout history have always pointed back to simplicity. They taught us to examine the mind, purify the heart, and serve others. He warned us against pride, hypocrisy, and clinging to external form. One master said, "A person who never chants but lives with compassion and humility is closer to the Buddha than someone who chants all day but holds hatred in their heart." True Buddhist practice is also deeply relational. It shows up in how you treat people, not just your friends, but those who challenge you. Can you see the Buddha in the one who annoys you? Can you extend patience to the one who tests you? Can you listen with full presence without preparing your response? These are advanced practices. They don't require years in a monastery. They require courage, honesty, and presence. There's a saying in the teachings, if you want to know your past life, look at your present condition. If you want to know your future life, look at your present actions. This quote invites radical responsibility. It tells us that awakening is not a gift given by someone else. It is a result of your own choices, made moment by moment. True practitioner is not one who looks spiritual. It is one who is willing to be vulnerable, to admit ignorance, to start again and again. It is someone who turns anger into awareness, pride into humility, and desire into generosity. These are not grand gestures. They are quiet revolutions in the heart. You may be wondering, how do I know if I'm truly practicing? Ask yourself, am I becoming more kind? Am I less reactive than I was last year? Am I more forgiving, more honest, more grateful? These are the real metrics, not how many mantras you chant, but how many grudges you've let go of, not how long you meditate, but how deeply you listen, not how spiritual you appear, but how human you are becoming. Buddhism doesn't demand that you abandon your life. It asks that you infuse your life with awareness. You can be a parent, a worker, a student, and still practice deeply, because practice is not a separate activity. It's the way you live. In the modern world, where spirituality has become commercialized and superficial, this message is more important than ever. We are bombarded with images of perfection, serene meditators, elegant retreats, flawless mantras, but real practice is messy. It's in the tears you cry after failing again. It's in the moment you apologize when your ego wants to defend. It's in the quiet commitment to keep going up, even when you feel lost. True practitioners are not flawless, they are honest. They don't hide their struggles, they use them. They don't seek praise, they seek truth. They don't chase enlightenment, they cultivate compassion. And the most beautiful thing is this: you don't have to be perfect to begin. You just have to be sincere. You just have to care enough to try. And that's where transformation begins. So let this video be a reminder that your path is sacred, not because of how it looks, but because of how it feels, not because others recognize it, but because your soul does. You are not here to perform. You are here to wake up, and every moment, no matter how small, is a doorway to that awakening. Before we close, I want to ask you, what does true practice mean to you? What have you learned about yourself through your spiritual journey? Share with us in the comments. Let your voice be heard. Let your truth inspire others. Together, we walk this path, not as experts, but as fellow humans seeking light. If this message resonated with you, please subscribe to our channel, give this video a like, and consider becoming a member to support our mission. Your presence here matters. Your commitment to truth matters, and your growth, no matter how quiet, is a gift to the world. Thank you for watching this video.